Sami Zayn is leaving Monday Night Raw and potentially rejoining the Bloodline? Is what a lot of wrestling fans have been saying over the past number of days, especially coming off the heels of Sami Zayn losing a 2 out of 3 falls match, which seems like a swan song for his Monday Night Raw run. Kenny Baum, I'm going to throw it over to you first. We are seeing the Roman Reigns of the world return. We're seeing him leading up to go after the new Bloodline. Will we see a reunion of the old Bloodline, and does that involve Sami Zayn?
Well, I think it absolutely makes sense. I mean, you guys talk about the Bloodline story like it was the best storyline of all time. So getting these guys back together against Solo Sikoa and his goons, even though I don't know why they would need Sami Zayn or Jey Uso, because Roman Reigns pretty much is just running through everybody. I mean, it would make sense. Like those people who love that Bloodline storyline, that would give you that nostalgia feeling back. Like, oh, these guys are back together, even though, you know, it wasn't too much. It was like just a year or two ago. I mean, it's definitely going to happen because who else are we going to put with Roman Reigns to go up against these guys? It's not going to be The Rock and Cody Rhodes, so really just makes sense.
Yeah, I think like one of the mistakes the WWE here can make is involving Cody in this stuff, because that's the thing. Like every single time the Bloodline does something, we got to fit this puzzle that doesn't really seem to fit too well into this storyline. They've been doing it for a while, and we're going to take it to the biggest Cody Rhodes fan that I know. Brian, do you think that this reunion is going to happen, and should this involve Cody?
No.
Ooh,
why?
No, what?
Nah, it should not involve Cody. That's 100%, bro. This reunion will happen, in my opinion, but Cody Rhodes definitely should not be the guy involved. I mean, bro, you had to fight them 2 years in a row. I feel like that would kill some of his character as well. Putting them with a guy who just went to war, beat them, and now you helping him in the war, like that don't make no sense, bro. He got nothing to do with that. Keep him out of it. Let him make his own story and keep him out of that Bloodline angle.
Hey Brian, I got another follow-up question, bro. Like, what is the story though for Cody? Because like,
that's why I said, man, make him make his own story. Don't put him in as a sidekick to this Bloodline stuff. We don't need that.
But it feels like what they're doing now with Kevin Owens is still like an extension of that stuff, right? It's just like because like that was like the only reason him and Cody teamed up in the first place was like to battle the Bloodline, and we're like, I don't know. That's like the reason I ain't trying to dog on you. Like, I know how it seems, but like, I just feel like he can't get out of the shadow of this storyline. Like it just every single turn, it's just like Cody Rhodes and the Bloodline. Like every single time, when are we gonna get that proper Cody Rhodes, matchup? Like with or feud with him just being the champion and going after someone else. It just feels like we're not getting that. Like we're just getting rehashing of the stories we've already told for the past 2 years.
I give you that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I really can't really fight right now, but I definitely think that he just got nothing to do with this, bro. Keep him away, bro. That's just what it is, bro. I just don't think he has nothing to do with this storyline. I don't understand why he would be a part of a family feud. It just don't make no sense.
Well, he has a family member.
I just got to bump in here real quick. Did y'all hear Cody say we got our own bloodline in this family?
What does that even mean?
With the Rhodes, I guess his daughter. And does Dustin Rhodes have kids? Dustin Rhodes?
I don't know if they got kids, but they got Pharaoh, they got Yeti Pinkerton, they got the dogs.
Crazy statement for him to make, though. Just had to throw that out there.
Pharaoh already retired too. That's crazy.
I mean, it ain't no. Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know when he said that. I mean, personally, it obviously is not as big as this whole Bloodline thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Not even close.
Yeah. So, personally, bro, he should not be a part of it. I don't even think Sami Zayn should be a part of it. If I'm being honest, I think it should be strictly family, because I think that is the family feud right there.
He is family, though. He is an honorary ooze. Like, let's be honest. And I want to get your thoughts real quick. But let me just say something. The Bloodline story does not take off in the way that it did without Sami Zayn. Like, if we're being honest, it was a perfect storm led by, like, in large part, his injection into this. Like, it made it more lighthearted. It turned that whole faction into, like, something that people wanted to cheer and we were looking forward to. And for a long time was the biggest thing on the show. But Kero Valentine, to that point, there are people out there who think that Sami Zayn should have nothing to do with this, to Brian's point, like, oh, he's not a part of the family, blah, blah, blah. What do you have to say to that? Is Sami Zayn, should he be banned from this story?
I think I see the problem there because Sami Zayn, yeah, he was the biggest thing, but that was like a year or two ago. And I know now he's gonna be a straight up babyface and is gonna be on the side of the good guys, so we're not gonna be seeing the exact same story, but it does feel like
Mhm.
we're back to ground one, ground zero. Like this happened already. Cody, the same thing. Happened 2 times already. Let's just see something new. I mean, you look at Randy Orton, Kevin Owens' partner. He went on to have a storyline with Gunther. So you can go ahead and create storylines. You can go ahead and separate people from the bloodline because bloodline, believe me, they have enough, bodies in there to sustain that feud for a long time right now. Yeah. And if they need new Samoans, they also got new Samoans. So
Shout out to Justin Fatu.
the best
Shout
one
out to
of all of
Justin
them.
Fatu. Bring him in.
So yeah, I honestly I'm not a big fan of going back to what we had already, especially because like the two people in question, Cody and Sami, have been so straightforward. I feel like their storylines will continue to be straightforward once they go into that feud as well. Like Sami wins matches and doesn't do much else. Cody, the same thing, doesn't really have a crazy story. Everything else is happening around Cody. And you look at Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn, like it was basically Braun Breaker trying to win his first big win. So I felt like that was more about Braun Breaker, way more about Braun Breaker than it was for Sami Zayn. And you look at the Chad Gable stuff, it definitely wasn't about Sami Zayn. It was about Chad Gable and Gunther. So they are kind of like in the same weird booking position right now. And even though I don't want it, unfortunately, I do think we are going to be seeing this simply because of the final boss. I I mean, it's I think very obvious now that they had their plan of the Rock and Roman Reigns match. We said this already actually, and then yeah, once that didn't happen at WrestleMania, everything was thrown out. Triple H is kind of shooting blindly, seeing whatever he can do with Cody, and it's not been a success. But The Rock is there. I think they are gonna do this Cody Rhodes and The Rock match, whether it's on WrestleMania. I don't know. They are gonna do it, and I don't think they're gonna divert from that at all. So Sammy, you never know. He might be taking a break, kind of like Becky Lynch is doing right now. Although I don't believe it, there's that possibility. Um,
I
Cody,
don't know. I
though,
think they were.
Hell no.
I think they
yeah,
were definitely teasing it with that backstage segment
yeah,
where
I'm
Jay
just giving
was
it,
hyping him up.
just
Come
giving
on,
you.
Oops. You got it, Oops.
I'm telling y'all, like when that moment does happen, right? Because like here's the thing, there's no doubt in I think anyone's mind that the moment that the Bloodline story began to, and I'm not saying it was in the toilet, fans, but the moment it began to like lose momentum was like after that Sami Zayn match at Elimination Chamber. It was like after Sami kind of left, it was almost like this went from being like something fun, like genuinely fun that everyone was tuning in for, to being like, okay, cool,
What's next?
evil Bloodline. What's next? What's next? And it's like we got the Jey Uso stuff, which I thought was good, and then you get to that SummerSlam match, and woo, they stunk it up worse than Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa did in the main event, the SummerSlam. But like it just feels like I feel like there's a chance here. Like I agree with you, Kero. I think Sami Zayn, for a large portion of the audience, like when he's battling against Gunther, when he's battling against Braun Breaker, it's like, okay, yeah, Sammy's a great wrestler, all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, it's like, it doesn't feel special. I think, though, when he is injected back into the Bloodline stuff, it is going to feel special because it's going to be like almost 2 years in the making of like, we finally get to see like this faction that dominated WWE TV that really like were a huge part. I don't think they'll get the credit they deserve, but we're a huge part in like revitalizing this product. Because you want to talk about when WWE started to become hot again? It wasn't just when Triple H started up. It was also when this Bloodline feud storyline with Sami Zayn got hot. And I'm not saying he's the only reason, all goes on stuff, but he played a big part in that start. And I think him rejoining the Bloodline is going to be big, big, big business.
And like
but is this the right thing to do? I'm sorry, kiddo. Go ahead.
You can't deny the fact that they're gonna be their evolution, like the current generation, the younger people's evolution, DX. Like maybe it won't get the credit that it deserves from us, but 10, 20 years from now, I feel like people will be looking at this fondly, as and the way you mentioned it. But Kenny, please.
I was going to say it doesn't make sense. Sami Zayn just got cooked by Braun Breaker. So what do? You send him back to team up with Roman Reigns?
I mean, in a perfect world.
That's the best part, though, Ken. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Carol.
No, I was just gonna say, in a perfect world, it would make sense, but it's a WWE day.
No, but Kenny, here's the part.
Out.
Here's the thing. Sami Zayn's at his lowest point. He's got to restart. What better way to restart than to be around family on some Don Toretto shiznit? Like, my boy is going for his Fast and Furious life. So he's gonna be like, salute to the family, la familia. Like, it's gonna be great. I can't wait. I'm the only one on this panel who's happy about that, I guess.
Well, Kiddo did say they were booking Sami Zayn like John Cena before he lost the title. So maybe that was the reason for it. They wanted him to look real strong. So whenever he dropped the belt and went over, I mean, he could kind of pick up from where he left off. So, I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That could be a good reason why he's protected, yeah.
Hey, man, I can't wait for Sami Zayn to just be like, hey, we feeling Uzi dogs? That's going to be hilarious. Like, don't lie to yourself. It's going to be funny.
We'll see. But Sami Zayn is who I don't care about.
Wow. Man, just wait till he's in AEW in 2 years. Kenny Bond. No, in 2 years, Kenny Bond.
Listen, Sami Zayn is the owner of one of the best matches of all time in my book. Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT when Shinsuke Nakamura first came, one of my favorite matches ever. But ever since he grew the hair off, started looking like a raggy bum, and he was doing a conspiracy theorist thing, I never liked him ever since. So I know he has potential in there, but this one just isn't for me.
He's gonna go crazy for Sami Zayn in AEW in 2 years. Book it right now.
Nice.
But y'all let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you want to see a Bloodline reunion? Is Cody Rhodes cooked and should be taken away from WWE? Let us know in the comments. Be sure to like that button or hit that like button, subscribe, and kiss that ring.